The following is a production of CUTV Sports.
Mother Nature has made a very cold night here in the Mon Valley. However, the Vulcans are looking to heat things up as they welcome the Lakers of Mercyhurst University to the Convocation Center. Hello everyone, alongside Cody Jeanette, I am Creighton Rabs. We're delighted to have you with us for game number 21 of the Vulcan season. Cody, Vulcans had a rough stretch of it this past Saturday at Slippery Rock.
Yeah, they had a heartbreaking loss in overtime to Slippery Rock. The final score of that game was 64-53. Tynell Fortune, of all people, was the leading scorer off the bench. He had 12 points in that game.
And 5 of those points coming from the foul line. Vulcans missing 8 foul shots in regulation, which ultimately proved to be the difference. It was a different story, though, for the Mercyhurst Lakers.
Yeah, Mercyhurst went to Seton Hill in the middle of a 3-game road trip and took away a 57-47 victory. Daly had 12 points and 4 rebounds to lead the way offensively, and at the very end of that game, they went on a 14-0 run to come back from a big deficit in the second half and come away with the win in that one.
And that 14-0 run coming in the last 5 minutes of the game. Last time these two teams met was back in December on East 36th, 8th Street.
Yeah, that last meeting was on December 4th, whenever Mercyhurst took away a 64-51 victory, and Jonathan Winyan led the way with 19 points in that game. So he's one player that you're definitely going to want to shut down if you're California.
And we were talking about players to watch. For California, we got to take a look at the little man from Harlem, New York.
Tynell Fortune led the way against Slippery Rock at 12 points off of the bench. He's one of the secret weapons that head coach Brown has off the bench, along with a few other people, but Tynell really has that leadership quality for the Vulcans. And as for Mercyhurst, as I was mentioning before, you got to look out for Jonathan Winyan. Winyan had 19 points in the previous game. He leads the way for this whole entire team in all of scoring. He's one big offensive weapon that the head coach for Mercyhurst has in this game.
And Winyan's been known to hit a few monster dunks, which was featured on ESPN's Top 10 last year. Vulcans are hoping that they don't have the same thing happen to them tonight. When we return, Cody and I will have all the exciting action of California Vulcans men's basketball on CUTV Sports.
Need to know what's happening in your area? CUTV News Center brings you your best local news. Events on and around campus. Local weather. Vulcan sports coverage. CUTV News Center, live, Thursdays at 5.
California Vulcans men's basketball on CUTV Sports is presented by First Niagara Bank, JD Waterproofing, Lee Supply Company, the Physical Therapy Institute, Trip Total Media, and UPMC Health Plan. And Cody will take a look at the tail of the tape presented by JD Waterproofing. A little closer than a lot of people would have expected.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty evenly matched here, and there's nothing really on this stat sheet that sticks out to me in terms of a clear advantage all that much. But you know what that means. That always just spells out one great game that we're about to have. 20 fresh minutes on the clock. We're just about to get underway. But these halftime stats are pretty even.
And if it comes down to a foul shooting contest, you got to, in theory, like California's chances. But as we know to the open, they missed 8 foul shots in regulation against Slippery Rock. But you still like their percentages. Now here we have the projected starting lineups. First, we'll start with the Lakers of Mercyhurst. Paul Bilbo, a senior from Hempstead, New York. Jonathan Wenyon, a senior from France. Callan Daly, a sophomore out of Bowie, Maryland. Gene Onana out of Cameroon, he's a sophomore. And former California Vulcan, Anthony Lytle, the senior from Altoona. For the California Vulcans, it's Josh Dombrowski, Jake Jakubek, Drew Cook, Chris Williams, and the man in the middle will be Alonzo Murphy.
Those starting lineups are very evenly matched under head coach Bill Brown. It's going to be a great game here tonight.
Head coach Bill Brown, his 18th year as head coach of the Vulcans. His counterpart, Gary Manchill, head coach for the Lakers, recently won his 300th game in his coaching career, stretching at Mercyhurst and prior to that at UMass Lowell. That was back on December 18, 2013 against Bloomsburg, a very formidable Bloomsburg team, I might add. Also, it's the 45th year of men's basketball at Mercyhurst University. The Lakers won their 600th game as a program back on January 4th. The game at Cheney University. And the game and the Bloomsburg win for Coach Manchill. That was at Mercyhurst. So very accomplished coach, Gary Manchill. And here come you're going to have tip-off in a moment as you see the Vulcans huddling right there on the court. Your referees for today's game will be Christopher Kokanya, Don Gambridge, and Doug Costain. You see former Vulcan Anthony Lytle, a grad student up at Mercyhurst. He earned his bachelor's degree here last year at Cal U. That'll be it. And Cody Lytle had a very nice, very highlight reel poster-worthy dunk when these two teams last met in Erie.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the events that you got to remember from that game. Also in the last meeting, the Vulcans, they completely erased a 16-point deficit before falling 64-51 against Mercyhurst. Both Tynell Fortune and Chris Williams scored 11 points to lead the Vulcans, and that's exactly what Coach Brown wants today. He wants multiple players to come through offensively and give California a lot of points.
It'll be Williams and Lytle on the tip-off. Tip-off controlled by California. I tell you, it was Murphy on the tip-off rather, and right off the bat we have a whistle. 6 seconds into the game, and that was
There's 1 minute put on the game clock now, and it's ticking down. But now it goes back to the actual game clock. I'm not sure what this whistle might have been about. There seems to be a little bit of confusion.
It's a shot clock apparently. Now it's reset to 29 seconds. So apparently they forgot to turn the shot clock on when they tipped off. So, nonetheless, Vulcans will have possession. Williams inbounding to Dombrowski. Now over to Williams. Dombrowski now. And it is nearly stolen by the Lakers. Defense there by Wenyon. Here's Cook now with 13 to shoot. Over to Jakubek. Inside to Dombrowski. Dombrowski kicks it out. Williams, 3-ball, no good. Rebound by Paul Bilbo.
That would have been a great offensive start for California. What better way to score than a three-pointer?
Yes, and Chris Williams can hit it from beyond the arc. 36% from three-point range as the Lakers set up. Here's Wenyon. Now over to Onana. Back to Wenyon. Wenyon being closely guarded by Drew Cook, who now kicks it over to Daly. Back to Onana. Wenyon inside to Bilbo. Bilbo drives. And a foul. No, actually, that ball went out of bounds I honestly thought Murphy might have had contact there, but nonetheless a big break for California. As the referee said, he caught all ball.
And it's a good thing Bilbo's okay. It looked like he almost hit his head off the floor, but he got up without being phased.
As we are back to live action, Williams kicks it over to Dombrowski. Might have deflected off of Wenyan. That's what Chris Kokana, the referee, says. So it will remain California ball. 18:46 left to play. 23 on the shot clock. No score between the Vulcans and the Lakers.
Yeah, that pass was tipped by Wenyan going out of bounds.
Cook over to Dombrowski. Kick out. Jackie back. 3 ball. Corner pocket. No good. Rebound by Daly. It is controlled by Onana to Wenyan. Wenyan's going to take it up the court. Minute and a half into the game. We are still awaiting the game's first points. As Daly over to Onana. Lytle's going to drive. Kicks it out instead to Daly. Daly's going to drive. Inside to Bilbo. Bilbo. Shot is no good. Rebound Jakubek, and here come the Vulcans.
And neither of these baskets are being too friendly to these two teams early on. A lot of unfriendly bounces on all the shot attempts.
Williams kicks it inside to Murphy. Murphy has the ball stolen by Onana. We have a jump ball. Possession favors Mercyhurst.
And they will get it after this. Alonzo Murphy got double teamed in the middle. It looked like by Onana and Anthony Lytle both. And Onana was the one that eventually caused the strip and the jump ball.
And Bilbo was also in there on there. So everybody surrounding the big guy from the Hill District, as it is Bilbo now. Over to Wenyan. Wenyan, Lytle, double team, kick out, 3 ball, Wenyan, bang! Jonathan Wenyan from beyond the arc. He can hit it from beyond. So that's now a 3-0 Mercyhurst lead.
The first points of the game. Go for a three-pointer.
You're alluding to, that's a big offensive start there. Your first points coming from beyond the arc as Murphy kicks it out to Dombrowski. That's good. Josh Dombrowski with a 2. It is Mercyhurst 3-2 with 17:10 left in the first half. Here's Wenyan. Wenyan's going to drive the lane. Williams. Shot is no good. Rebound by Murphy.
Seems like Wenyan's having a little bit of trouble staying on his feet. I think that's like the 3rd or 4th time he's fallen in this game.
Here's Murphy. Jumper from the key is good. Alonzo Murphy gives California a 4-3 lead.
California with its first lead of the game, whether you score 2-pointers or 3-pointers, as long as you have the lead.
And as long as the defense continues to pressure the Lakers, Vulcans can stay in this game as Bilbo. Shot over Murphy is no good. That's the 3rd time we've seen a shot go over Murphy, and it's not fallen. Here's Jakubek. Over to Williams in the corner. Inside to Zoe. Murphy has the ball stripped by Wenyan. Wenyan going the other way. Only Jakubek can stop him. Double team shot is no good. Rebound Daly. That's no good. Daly gets the ball again. 3 ball. Onana rims in and out. Rebound by Chris Williams. Here's Jakubek gets it over the timeline.
California catching a lot of breaks off of the bad bounces.
Absolutely, Cody. Several chances. We have a foul on the court. I believe that will be on Bilbo. 50-55 left. Timeout beyond the court.
Yeah, the foul is going to be on Bilbo. That is the first foul of the game, and it is going to belong to Mercyhurst. That's 1 team foul. California still has 0 with 15:55 left to go in the first half.
It's going to be shaping up to be a bit of a dogfight, Cody, as we look at the first half highlights.
Yeah, and there's not too many to speak of. I mean, the score is only 4-3, and that was the first shot of the game that you saw by Wenyan, it looked like, from beyond the 3-point arc. And then California with 2 quick 2-point jump ball shots to answer back. One of them by Murphy that you saw. Actually, both of them were by Murphy.
That was Dombrowski in the first one.
Dombrowski and Murphy. There we go. I beg your pardon on that one. But that's all that she wrote so far. It's been a pretty uneventful game here in the first 4 minutes.
Team leaders for the Vulcan. Tynell Fortune, we alluded to, the leading scorer. And Murphy leading team in rebounds. Jake Jakubek's been dishing out the most passes this year, 41 assists, and Chris Williams, the thief on the team, with 22 steals.
Lots of different players contributing in lots of different ways, and that's what you like to see.
And for the Lakers, it's Jonathan Wenyon leading in scoring, rebounds, assists, steals, and I'm sure he also drives the team bus while he's at it.
He's a one-man team, one could say. One could make a completely valid argument for Jonathan Wenyon just completely leading the way, averaging 10.2 points per game and 5.4 rebounds per game.
Although there's some other contributors. Lytle has 9 points on the season. Onana, 9.1. Daly, 8.5. So Mercyhurst has always been a defensive team, as we see Chris Williams, the senior from the West Oak Lane section of Philadelphia, have a chance to extend the Vulcans' lead. He hits the first one, 5-4 Vulcans, 15:55 left. Williams, a 66% foul shooter. And Williams sinks them both. It is now 6-3 California. It's Wenyon over to Lytle. Lytle over the half-court lines. Williams deflected it from behind. Lakers will retain possession as Williams the last one to touch it.
There's some great aggressive defense there by Chris Williams. Even though California didn't turn up with it, it still forces Mercyhurst to inbound from underneath their own basket with the full pressure of the defense.
Daly, long two, no good. Rebound Dombrowski over to Jakubek. Gets it over the timeline. Jakubek thought about driving, but kicks it out to Dombrowski. Now Drew Cook. He'll drive. Kicks it out. Williams, 3-ball. Bang! Chris Williams with 5 points so far. 9-3 California.
California really taking advantage of the unfriendly bounces that Mercyhurst is getting. It seems like that's the story that they're faced with now.
And when they've been going one-on-one against Zoe Murphy, the shots have not been falling. 3-ball Wenyon, no good. Rebound by Zoe. Over to Jakubek. Here come the Vulcans.
There's another unfriendly bounce and another opportunity.
Jakubek going to reset the offense. 5 minutes into this game. Cook. Over to Williams. Williams will reset the offense again. Now over to Jakubek. Jakubek's going to drive. Long two is good. The Struthers sharpshooter gets on the board. It's 11-3 California.
California really taking a commanding lead here early on. I said those words at the same time, but making a name for themselves.
And those are the operative words, my friend, early on, as it is Onana. Lytle, 3-ball, hits the front of the rim, rebound by Jakubek. Jakubek over the timeline now. Vulcans in control early on. Here's Cook. Back to Jakubek. 14:10 left. California leading 11-3. Here is Cook. Over to Williams. Williams looking over to Dombrowski. Kicks it out to Jakubek. Jakubek, 10 on the shot clock. Murphy goes. Shot is no good. Went one-on-one with James Ewing, was unsuccessful, and the Lakers control. There's Onana inside to Ewing. Ewing with the layup. James Ewing, the senior from Buffalo, New York, stops the bleeding. 11-5, Mercyhurst.
And Mercyhurst stops the bleeding. As you said, that's their first basket in a while, and it cuts out all frustration that they may have had.
Nearly 4 minutes for the Lakers. Stops an 11-0 California run as Murphy goes baseline. He gets the ball stripped from behind, blocked from behind by Daly, rather. Ewing get the rebound, and here come the Lakers. As Wenyon will get it over the timeline. 13:10 left. Vulcans with a 6-point lead. Wenyon kicks it out to Onana. Deep two, no good. Rebound by Murphy. And here's over to Jakubek. Over the timeline. Cook. Swinging it over to Williams. Back to Cook. Over to Jakubek. Going around the horn. Jakubek. Baseline jumper is good. Jake Jakubek with 4 points as the Vulcans make it an 8-point game again.
And there's 3 substitutes waiting for both teams to check in. We haven't had a whistle in a good 3 or 4 minutes here.
We are coming up on immediate timeout. 2-ball Onana misses the rim. Shot clock does not reset. 19 to shoot for the Lakers. 12:22 left in the first half as Onana shot is no good. Rebound by Daly. Daly on the second chance. Callan Daly makes it a 6-point game. 12:09 left.
And now Mercyhurst going on a little bit of a run on their own.
Jackie back over to Cook. Under 12 minutes in the first half. Williams, Jackie Beck. Over to Cook. Cook cannot control it. Lytle scoops it up. Lakers on a 3-on-2. Here is Wenyan, and Lytle's going to draw the foul. That'll be on Jackie Beck, his first. 11:47 left. We have a timeout on the court. When we return, Anthony Lytle will shoot two. Your score, California 13, Mercyhurst 7. This is Vulcan Spence basketball on CUTV Sports.
Watch CUTV online anytime, anywhere. Check out your favorite original programs, coverage of the biggest events on campus, and cheer on your Vulcan sports teams. CUTV. Log on. Tune in now. Visit cutv.calu.edu/live.
With 18 institutions, my conference is the largest league across all NCAA classifications. With nearly 7,000 student athletes competing in 23 championships, my conference sponsors the most championships in Division II. With a 78% academic success rate, my conference graduates student athletes well above the national average. We compete with passion. We take pride in our efforts in the arena and in the classroom. The Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Passion, pride, Pennsylvania.
And welcome back to the Convocation Center. This is a big game in the PSAC West standings. Mercyhurst a half game behind Idle IUP. It's a big game for third place. Gannon hosting Slippery Rock. The Golden Knights and the Rock tie for third. Doesn't reflect on the graphic, but Gannon has the tiebreaker with an earlier win at Morrow Fieldhouse. And now you see Seton Hill, UPJ, and California tied for fifth. Tiebreaker's not favoring the Vulcans, as Anthony Lytle, the senior eligibility-wise, a grad student, will miss the first foul shot. Lytle, the native of Altoona, is a 50% foul shooter as he tries to split the foul shots, and he sinks them. So Anthony Lytle splits the foul shots. He'll take a seat as Andy Hoying enters the game for Mercyhurst. Resetting the lineup for California, it is Dombrowski, Drew Cook, Tynell Fortune, Armin Marks, and Kenny Smith. For Mercyhurst, Ian Hale, Andy Hoying, Terrence Ingram, Greg Williams, and James Ewing. 5 subs in now for the Lakers, which is not their starting 5 to say. Back to live action anyway. It is Fortune now going to reset the offense, 13 to shoot. 11:23 left in the first half. Here's Cook. Over to Murphy. Murphy's going to drive, kicks out deep two, no good. Rebound by Hoying.
And those substitutes are providing some fresh feet and some energy here on both sides for both of these teams. A lot quicker pace we're seeing right now.
Here is Hale being closely guarded by Fortune. The battle of 11s there, as we are going to have a blocking foul on Dombrowski. That'll be his first.
Yeah, when you take a look at this replay here, Dombrowski looked like he almost got his feet set, but just barely close, and was obviously going for the offensive foul, but wasn't able to draw it. And so Greg Williams, Jr. out of Cincinnati, Ohio, will go to the free throw line.
Went to Princeton High School in Ohio, sinks the first one. A newcomer to the Lakers program, transferred from Monroe County Community College out in Rochester, New York, as he hits the first foul shot. Makes it a 4-point game. And he splits the foul shot. Rebound, Kenny Smith. So here come the Vulcans as Fortune over to Cook. Now back to Fortune. 10:44 left as Fortune drives. Marks inside to Kenny Smith. Shot is in! Kenny Smith with his first basket of the game, 15-9 California.
And that was a big rebound off of the foul shots by the Vulcans, and Kenny Smith taking full advantage of it.
Now it's Hoying over to Hale. Hale kicks it out to Hoying. Over to Ingram. Ingram inside to Ewing. Ewing loses control of the ball but regains it and gets some embers. Bounce. James Ewing with 4 points. as it's now 15-11 California. We are halfway through the first half.
And I thought Ewing was almost called for a double dribble there, but might have been when he lost control of it that fooled me.
And that is what happened, Cody, as Fortune out to Cook. Marks in the corner. Back out to Fortune. Dombrowski. Cook. 3-ball. Bang! Drew Cook, the freshman out of Beaver Falls, with his first points of the game. California up by 7.
And the momentum is starting to go back into California's favor as Mercyhurst has stopped getting the unfriendly bounces, but it's starting to turn into a shootout game.
Usually not Mercyhurst's forte. They're known for their defense. As it's Hale, nearly stolen by Fortune, but Hale recovers. 13 on the shot clock, 9:20 left. Hale reset, 9 to shoot. Hale drives, and there's going to be a foul on Kenny Smith, a reach in. That'll be Smith's first, team's third, as we'll have more substitutions for the Lakers.
But this, on that replay, you saw the reach by Kenny Smith. That was a very clear call there by the official, and that's his first foul of the game. Josh Dombrowski also has 1 foul, 3 team total.
It's going to be Wenyon, Onana, and Sean Bynes for Mercyhurst entering the game. Jakubek and Williams re-entering for the Vulcans. Lakers will reset with a fresh shot clock. Here's Wenyon. Over to Williams, Greg Williams rather. Back to Wenyon. 3-ball, Onana, bang! Sean Onana, say my name, with a 3-ball. It is now a 4-point California lead, 8:54 left. Here's Jakubek. Over to Fortune. Fortune trying to get inside, unable to do so, kicks it out to Marks. Marks trying to drive, kicks it back out to Fortune. Fortune's going to try and drive baseline. 3-ball is rejected by Wenyon, goes out of bounds. 11 seconds on the shot clock, 8:33 left and a half.
And that Mercyhurst defense there just built a wall, stopping both Armin Marks and Tynell Fortune as they tried to attack the baseline, just not letting anything happen.
Kenny Smith looks like he stepped out of bounds. So that is, no, I take that back. It'll be an offensive foul on Smith. That will be, that's his second foul, so we may see and right on cue, Lonzo Murphy enters the game as Kenny Smith takes a seat. California playing with 9 healthy players. And that could come in, that could be a depth issue later on as a Wenyon. 8:26 left. Onana now over to Bynes. Hoying now, back to Onana. Onana nearly has it stripped, regains control. Inside to Greg Williams. Williams' jumper is good. And just like that, a 2-point lead with 8:10 left.
And it's going to be that type of game. Back and forth, 2 dominant offenses going head-to-head.
Armin Marks, baseline drive. Gets the shot, it is no good. Tip in by Chris Williams. Williams now with 7.
And the score is now 20-16 in favor of California.
3-ball by Williams is no good. Ball goes out of bounds off of Armin Marks, and with 7:48 left, we have a timeout on the court. Vulcans with a 4-point lead. Let's look at some highlights, Cody.
Yeah, when we take a look at how we got here, now things are starting to pick up compared to the first 4 minutes of the game. There's been a lot of jumpers, not very many layups. That's been really tight defenses played by both of these teams. You're going to see on these highlights, like this one by Kenny Smith, a lot of jump ball shots being made from just outside the key and just from inside the 3-point arc, and some from beyond the 3-point arc, like this one from Drew Cook. It's been jump shots all around, and that's what both of these teams have been relying on. Really tight defenses underneath, building walls and not letting any offensive drives go on.
There you see the 3-ball by Onana. And then there's the inside shot there by Greg Williams for the Lakers. We noted the Lakers are half game behind as Chris Williams with the tip in. Leads all scorers with 7 points. We're saying the Lakers half game behind Idle IEP. And there you see the stats ranking. Not exactly a proficient offense for the Lakers, but they've been getting it done defensively.
Yeah, that's what they're known for, averaging, only giving up 61.4 points. That's third in the entire region. So that's what they're known for, as you were saying in the open, Creighton. But California is right behind with it being in 5th place, giving up 65 points per game.
The Lakers have only cracked the 80-point mark once. That was last week against UPJ as Wenyan controls it. We're back to live action. Onana over to Daly. Daly inside the Pines. Now back out to Onana. Onana, deep 3 ball. Bang! John Onana now with another trifecta. And then just like that, it's a 1-point lead. 7:25 left. Here's Fortune. Over to Williams. Back to Fortune. Fortune thought about a 3, but instead he's going to drive. Kicks out to Marks. Marks, jumper, no good. Rebound by Wenyan. Out leaps Chris Williams on that board, and now 7 minutes left in the first half. Vulcans are clinging to a 1-point lead. Here's Onana. Binds. Hoying now. Onana, Hoying, jumper, good, and the Lakers now take a 1-point lead, 6:42 left.
And they retake the lead for the first time in a while since California went on that 11-0 run at the very beginning of the half.
Here's Fortune, thought about a 3, but instead he's going to reset the offense. Williams inside to Murphy. Murphy with the layup, no good. Rebound is controlled by Beinson. He steps out of bounds, and the Vulcans have possession. 6:23 left. Anthony Lytle re-enters the game for the Lakers.
And let's hope on this shot that this isn't the first of a series of unfriendly bounces that turn towards against California.
Drew Cook re-enters the game, as does Josh Dombrowski. Marks and Fortune will take a seat. Williams kicks it right into the hands of Onana. He goes one-on-one with Jackie Beck. 3 ball, no good. And their rebound by Daly. There were no Vulcans nearby as compared to the rest of the Vulcans' defense. We're still working their way into the Mercyhurst end, but nonetheless, Lakers will control. 6:05 left. Wenyan, now Hoying drives, kicks it out. Onana, 3 ball, no good. Rebound, Williams.
The unfortunate bounces, the unlucky bounces are starting to come back to haunt the Lakers.
Here's Jackie back over to Drew Cook. Kicks it out to Williams. Williams over to Dombrowski. Dombrowski nearly traveled, but took enough steps. Here's Cook. He's going to drive the lane. Draws the double team. Blocked by Lytle. Rebound by Hoying. Here come the Lakers. Wenyan went one-on-one with Dombrowski, but everybody else catches up. 5:28 left. Mercyhurst leading 21-20. Daly now over to Hoying. Deep 2. No good. Williams Murphy out hustles Lytle for the rebound. Williams inside Dombrowski, stolen by Daly. 2-on-2 now as numbers catch up. Here's Lytle driving. Layup is no good. Rebound right into Dombrowski hands, kicks it over to Jackie Beck. We have a foul on the play and a lot of action, Cody.
Yeah, there's a lot of action going back and forth. There's 5 minutes and 2 seconds left to go in the half.
And California is going to call timeout right as Jackie Beck got the rebound. So head coach Bill Brown trying to calm his troops down. We want to welcome everybody watching us tonight on America One. And we can tell you that big game up at the Hammermill Center early on. It's a 16-11 Gannon lead. That could have real big implications in the PSAC West. Of course, Vulcans last week defeating Gannon, but losing to Slippery Rock in overtime. The Vulcans' next opponent is Edinburgh. That'll be a Saturday night game at Macomb Fieldhouse. Seton Hill up by 6. So, a lot of good games tonight in the PSAC West. As Chris Williams will inbound over to Jackie Beck. Jackie Beck going to go one-on-one with Bo Samuelson. His first time in the game tonight. Williams, Jackie Beck gets around the defender. Jumper is no good. Rebound by Samuelson. Sophomore out of Perth, Australia.
Well, it's a better gamble to go for a jump ball, or a jump shot, I beg your pardon, than a layup, because as you saw in the previous sequence of events, a layup will get you nowhere.
Here's Lyle now. Lyle draws the double team, gets a shot, up no good, does not hit the rim, and Mercyhurst retains possession. Shot clock did not reset. 10 seconds left to shoot. Hoying now. 6 to shoot. Lytle. He'll drive. Double team. Shot is good. Anthony Lytle beats the double team, and the Lakers now lead by 3.
And that was one of the very rare layups you'll see. Mark that one down, folks, because you won't see very many more of them, at least in the first half.
Here's Williams now over to Jackie Beck. Under 4 minutes left. Jackie Beck drives, kicks it out instead to Murphy. Williams, deep 3 ball. No good. Rebound controlled by Mercyhurst. Here, Wenyon will now get it over the timeline. 3:43 left in the first half. Lakers up by 3. Wenyon resets the offense. Kicks it out to Samuelson, inside to Lytle. Lytle. Single coverage by Dombrowski. Gets it over Dombrowski. Shot is no good. Does not hit the rim, excuse me. Murphy with the rebound. Over to Cook. Cook is going to drive. As the Vulcans reset with 3:18 left in the half. Jackie Beck. Inside to Dombrowski. Back to Jackie Beck. Cook is going to drive the lane. Ball gets stripped and is controlled by Hoying. Over to Lytle. Back to Wenyon. Wenyon's going to drive. Samuelson now out to Wenyon. Mercyhurst just playing up tempo during that sequence as Wenyon slows down and resets. Samuelson, 3 ball, no good. It's the side of the rim. Rebound controlled by Samuelson. 3 ball, corner pocket, no good. Rebound goes 5-hole through Murphy. Scrum for the ball, and the possession arrow favors California on the jump ball. We have a timeout on the court. 2:38 left. Your score, Mercyhurst 23, California 20. This is California Vulcans men's basketball on CUTV Sports.
NCAA Division II has much to cheer about, as nearly 100,000 student athletes compete with passion and pride. And I'm pleased to share the best news of all. Student athletes are outperforming the rest of the D2 student body in graduation rates. Just another reason why you'll hear us say with pride, I chose Division II. Learn more at d2sa.org.
Let's take it to the field. I come through like a freight train, about to push the line back. Only see the gold line, don't matter if your line stack. Because I'm a soldier, you can see my face paint. Know that I'ma get mine by knowing that the rest can't. Ready for 'em, let's get it on. We ready for 'em, let's get it on. We ready for 'em, let's get it on. We ready for 'em, let's get it on.
And welcome back to the Convocation Center. There you see the deep 3 ball by John Onana. As you may hear in the background, we have a band playing. We'll get that in a moment. Andy Hoying there with the jumper. So the Lakers up by 3. As we mentioned, we do have a pep band in the house tonight. The Carmichael's Area High School pep band up from Greene County tonight. So you don't see that often here at the Division II level. It's quite common at the D1 level, Cody.
Yeah, something very unique, and it adds a nice touch to the game here tonight.
Absolutely does. I've always enjoyed having a pep band at a college game. As we're back to live action, Jackie Beck, foul away from the ball, and it's going to be on. That is going to be, I believe, on Williams. We'll have to wait and see. It is on Onana. My apologies. So it's only a second team foul for the Lakers as Drew Cook will inbound the ball over to Zoe Murphy. Murphy over to Chris Williams. Vulcan's going with Jackie Beck, Cook, Marks, Chris Williams, and Murphy. Marks on top of the key. He's going to try and drive, but instead he's forced around. Takes a rather roundabout route to the bucket. Armin Marks went by way of Altoona for the layup. It's a 1-point Mercyhurst lead.
It's another rare layup that you'll see.
Lytle kicks it now out to Hale. Hale back to Lytle. Lytle's going to drive the lane. Instead kicks it into Paul Bilbo. That is the first points for the senior out of Hempstead, New York. And the Long Islander makes it a 3-point lead. 1:35 left in the first half. Here's Jack Beck over the timeline.
Now out to Marks. Here's Cook inside to Murphy. Being guarded by Bilbo. Murphy with a jumper, no good. And the rebound tipped out of bounds. Looked like it last went off Onana, so California, 1:18 left, will retain possession.
Yeah, you're going to see this rebound. It looked like it went off of Callan Daly's fingers and then went flying out of bounds. So with 1 minute and 18 seconds left to go and a fresh shot clock, California is going to inbound.
Tynell Fortune, our player to watch, now re-enters the game. As Drew Cook takes his seat, 1:16 left in the first half. California trailing by 3. Here's Fortune. Out to Jackie Beck. Over to Marks. Mercyhurst going with a playing the man-to-man defense. 1 minute remains. Armin Marks, jumper is good. Armin Marks with 4 points. Vulcans cut the lead to 1. 53 seconds left.
And that was a great awareness by Armin Marks to take the jumper instead of attacking deep. He knew the defense was going to be tight there and took the jumper.
Here's Onana. Looking inside and set, kicks it out to Daly. Daly's going to drive the lane. Batted away by Marks. Steal by Murphy. And it's stolen right back by Onana as we have a timeout called by Mercyhurst. Right as the ball was going out of bounds.
That's a very lucky timeout by Mercyhurst, if you ask me.
I agree.
With 32 seconds left to go in the half, you're gonna take a look at a couple of the most recent shots here. This one,
actually, that's the steal by Murphy.
Yeah, this one, Daly got the ball stolen away from him, and then way up there trying to lead the way for Armin Marks, but the pass just went too far. And then Onana had it, but eventually lost control and almost went out of bounds.
Onana with the good presence of mind to keep the ball in bounds, slow his momentum right as he got to the baseline. There you see Gary Manchel, the head coach of the Mercyhurst Lakers, and he is now in his 10th season as the head coach in Erie. He had an 8-year stint up at the UMass Lowell when they were a Division II program. Now the Lowell now transitioning into the Division I America East as we're back to live action. Here's Wenyon gets it over the timeline. Shot clock is off. 20 seconds left. Wenyon being guarded by Jackie Beck. Getting a 5-second clock. Now it stops. Wenyon looks like he's going to hold for the final shot. 3-ball. Binds. No good. Rebound controlled by Marks. Marks gets it over the timeline. Half-court shot is well short. We are at halftime here at the Convocation Center. California trailing by 1, as you will see on the Physical Therapy Institute scoreboard. Your score, Mercyhurst 25, California 24. We'll have the second half action coming your way right here on CUTV Sports.
Need to know what's happening in your area? CUTV News Center brings you your best local news. Events on and around campus. Local weather. Vulcan sports coverage. CUTV News Center, live, Thursdays at 5.
California Vulcans men's basketball on CUTV Sports is presented by First Niagara Bank, JD Waterproofing, Lee Supply Company, the Physical Therapy Institute, Trip Total Media, and UPMC Health Plan. Welcome back to the Convocation Center. Alongside Coach and I am Creighton Raps. Your halftime stats presented by Trip Total Media. Rather telling there, Cody.
Yeah, Mercyhurst has the advantage in terms of shooting. from beyond the three-point arc. 3 for 14 versus 2 for 6. California has less attempts from beyond the three-point arc, but the shooting itself is even at 10 shots apiece. Just Mercyhurst getting a lot more opportunities, and the rebounds don't really show it, but it's the turnovers. California with 8 of them, and Mercyhurst only with 1, so that's why they've had so many more chances, and they've also gotten their own offensive rebounds and everything, which totals up to the 17.
It certainly does. Here are players of the half, and for Mercyhurst, it is John Onana. Say that name, Cody. He's been...
Yeah, John Onana has 6 points total so far and 1 rebound. You know, and has been the best contributor for Mercyhurst so far, and that shot from beyond the three-point arc is just 1 shot that he's made. And the focus has been on Winion, but he's only had 3 points per game.
And for California, Chris Williams, the senior from West Oak Lane, out of Philadelphia, taking care of business for the Vulcans with the 3-ball there.
And Chris Williams has 7 points going into halftime with 5 total rebounds, 2 of them offensive and 3 of them defensive. So that's what Chris Williams has done. And even though it's the starters all coming through for the Vulcans here today versus the bench that really came through against Slippery Rock. So that's what.
We saw Andy Hoying there with the layup, and here's the tip in there by Chris Williams. So Mercyhurst will inbound the ball to start the second half. Lakers have a 1-point lead over California. It will be it'll be the starting lineup for the same starters who started the game. Should say that 5 times fast as Onana. Bilbo, and 1. Paul Bilbo drawing the hoop and harm. Foul will be on Chris Williams. That'll be his first. So Bilbo will have a chance to complete the old school 3.
And right away, Mercyhurst and Bilbo attacking the inside defense. We didn't see that too often in the first half. We saw a lot of jump balls from outside the paint and outside the key in the three-point arc.
And Bilbo, a 41% foul shooter, cannot complete the old school 3, and the foul was actually on Alonzo Murphy. My apologies, folks. But nonetheless, Lakers with a key offensive rebound as Wenyon kicks it out to Daly. Daly over to Wenyon. Lytle now over to Bilbo. Wenyon now inside to Lytle. 10 to shoot. Lytle going one-on-one with Dombrowski. The shot misses the rim. So Murphy with the rebound. Vulcans back in business. Trailing by 3, 1 minute into the second half. Here's Williams. Dombrowski inside to Murphy. Murphy, shot is no good. Second chance no good. And the third chance by Alonzo Murphy is good. 1 point Laker lead.
And one could say that those were a series of unfortunate events, but Murphy turned the book upside down and made them fortunate.
And there's the 3. Well, I'm sorry, I thought he was going for 3, but Daly inside to Bilbo. He beats the double team, and the Lakers are right back up by 3. 18:32 left in regulation.
It's going to be that type of half, back and forth until one team commits one flaw and the other team capitalizes.
We almost saw that there. Pass a little wide, but Williams able to control it. Now Murphy going one-on-one with Bilbo, and the ball is battled away by Onana, controlled by the Lakers. Here comes Wenyon. Wenyon's going to drive, kicks it out. Daly deep 2, bang! Callan Daly now with 4 points as the Lakers up by 5. And that is their largest lead of the game.
And it looks like Kenny Smith is ready to check in for the Vulcans on the next whistle.
Here's Cook. Now he drives, kicks it out to Dombrowski. Dombrowski resets the offense, kicks it back out to Cook. Cook. Now Jakubek. 10 seconds to shoot. 3 ball by Cook, hits the side of the backboard. It is rebound controlled by Wenyon. Lakers looking to start to pull away here as Wenyon loses control of the ball. Chris Williams scoops it up. Kicks it out to Jakubek. Now to Murphy. Murphy's going to try and drive baseline. He draws a triple team, and we are going to have a whistle. And looks like they're going to call him for a travel.
Kenny Smith will be checking into the game now for the Vulcans. If you take a look at the replay here, Murphy may have gotten
he just lost
control of it.
He did. Now the Lakers back to live action. We're 3 minutes into the second half. Mercyhurst with a 5-point lead. As Wenyon resets the offense, kicks it out to Lytle. Lytle. 3-ball, Daly, no good. Rebound, bouncing around, Bilbo. And Dombrowski draws the foul. Or rather, Dombrowski commits the foul as Bilbo will go to the line for 2.
And I'm surprised there wasn't a kick called on that previous sequence. It looked like one of the Mercyhurst players kicked it way up in the air, and that led Bilbo to get that and make the shot, but I don't know exactly what happened there.
Well, Bilbo will go to the line for 2. It's not a particularly good foul shooter as the crowd starts to get into it here at the Convocation Center. Bilbo misses the first one. Bilbo, the senior from Long Island, New York, played his freshman year at Hofstra. And as a senior, has been with the Lakers for the last 2 seasons. He's now a senior as Bilbo will try to split the foul shots, and he does. 6-point Lakers lead.
32-26.
That's now 7 points for Bilbo as Jackie gets it over the timeline. Now over to Cook. Cook inside the Smith. Dombrowski, baseline runner is no good, but he draws a foul. Gary Manchell, the Mercyhurst coach, none too thrilled.
And even though Dombrowski didn't have any luck on this shot, that was still a great passing sequence, a good trifecta completion on that one to get the ball to Dombrowski underneath. The ball has not spent a lot of time underneath the hoop, so it's a rare sight to see.
And Dombrowski will sink the first one. Cuts the lead to 5 as we have Hoying 20 and 55. James Ewing enter the game. Anthony Lytle and Paul Bilbo will take a seat. So Josh Dombrowski, the sophomore from Shenandoah Heights, will sink both foul shots. He had only attempted 5 foul shots on the season entering today's game, so he is now 4 for 7 from the line. That'll boost the average significantly as we're back to live action. Here is Onana. Daly. Now inside to Ewing. Ewing kicks it back out to Daly. 16-15 left in regulation as Wenyon over to Hoying. Hoying over to Daly. Baseline runner is good. Callan Daly giving the members bounce, and the Lakers back up by 6.
And when you leave the baseline wide open, that's what happens. Mercyhurst will make you pay for that mistake.
Here's Cook now. Kicks it out to Chris Williams. Jackie Beck now over to Williams. Swings it around to Drew Cook. Drew Cook's going to drive. Kicks it out. Dombrowski, 3-ball. No good. Rebound by Wenyon. And the Lakers going to take it the other way. 15:35 left. Simon Marks will re-enter at the next stoppage for the Vulcans. Greg Williams will do the same for the Lakers. Here's Daly. Kicks it out to Onana. Now Wenyon controlling. Will reset the offense over to Hoying. Here's Daly. 10 to shoot. Onana draws a double team. Ewing. Shot is no good. Rebound by Kenny Smith.
Great clean defense there by Dombrowski to just impede the shot just that much to throw it off course.
We saw that a lot early on in the first half when Zoe Murphy was in the game, and now Jackie Beck's going to drive, draw the foul. 14:56 left. That foul will be, I believe, on Hoying as we have a timeout on the court.
And we're going to see a couple substitutions come in whenever play resumes on the court here. The score is 34-28. And when you take a look at how we got here, we're starting to see Mercyhurst in particular attack underneath the basket a lot more and get some layup shots.
And we see here the second and third effort there by Zoe Murphy. You see Bilbo here once again swing around with the easy jumper and got a friendly bounce. And then we'll see Wenyon kick it out to Daly for the trifecta from the deep two rather from the corner. The baseline runner there by Daly. Bounced a couple times before it went in.
Yeah, those are just a couple examples of attacking the baseline and scoring. But if you can't watch the games on CUTV, there's plenty of other ways that you can watch. If you go online to our YouTube channels, you can watch all of our sporting events on CUTV Sports 1 or all of our News Center broadcasts at CUTV News Center. So just go to youtube.com/CUTV Sports 1 or youtube.com/CUTV News Center. And you can catch all of the games, all of the newscasts whenever you want.
And speaking of online, we welcome our audience tuning in tonight on America One. As we are covering the game tonight, Drew Cook will inbound, so it was non-shooting foul. It was in fact on Hoying. That's his first. Second for the Lakers as Cook rather, over to Dombrowski. We're at the 14:52 mark. 14:52 remaining rather in regulation. Marks will reset the offense, kicks it out to Dombrowski, over to Drew Cook. Cook, back out to Jakubek. Jakubek gonna drive, instead kicks out to Marks. Marks tries to run the baseline, he gets thwarted by the Mercyhurst defense. Here's Dombrowski back to Marks. 9 seconds to shoot, inside to Kenny Smith. Ball is tipped out of bounds. Vulcans retain possession as it was last touched by James Ewing.
There's going to be 7 seconds on the shot clock for California to work with. 14 minutes and 27 seconds left to go in the game, but still 7 seconds to get a shot off.
There's Kenny Smith now. Kicks it out to Jakubek. That's a 2, no good. Rebound by Wenyan. Here come the Lakers. Daly on the fast break. Shot is good. Callan Daly with 8 points now. For the sophomore out of Bowie, Maryland. Lakers up by 8. 14:09 left as Jakubek gets it over the timeline. Marks. Over to Cook. Back to Jakubek. Now to Kenny Smith. Back out to Jakubek. Oh, to Kenny Smith. There's a shot. It is no good. We'll have a foul on, I believe it'll be on Daly. That'd be his first.
And it is going to send Kenny Smith to the free throw line. As you take a look at the replay, that was, in fact, Daly guilty of the block. So that is Kenny Smith will go to the free throw line. He's some guy that you don't see there too often. 43.8% from the free throw line.
As Kenny Smith, the sophomore from Sterling, Virginia, will miss the first foul shot. So it'll be Tynell Fortune entering the game as Dombrowski takes a breather. Chris Williams back in the game as Jakubek will get a breather. So Kenny Smith will have a chance to split the foul shots. He's unable to do so. Rebound by Andy Hoying. And the Lakers will take it back up the other way, up by 8.
And missed free throws could be what comes back to haunt you, especially in a game like this.
And that's what haunted them on Saturday against Slippery Rock. Vulcans want to avoid deja vu as Williams, now inside the Ewing, kicks it back out. 3-ball Williams, bang! Greg Williams with the 3-ball. It is now an 11-point Vulcans lead. We have a foul away from the basket, away from the ball rather.
This is an 11-point Mercyhurst lead, I think is what you
yes.
meant to say on that one, just to clarify that one. But
foul will be on Ian Hale, freshman out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. It's his first foul. 14 fouls for the Lakers. It's Kenny Smith. Baseline jumper, airballs it. Rebound by Hale. Hale gets it over the timeline with 13:11 left in regulation. Hale's going to reset the offense. Vulcans in a 2-3 zone. Williams draws the foul. It'll be against Chris Williams.
Williams on Williams.
No,
well, we're going to see.
No, I'm sorry, that's on Armin Marks. Go ahead,
yeah,
Cody.
The foul is going to be on Armin Marks for the block. Didn't get his feet set before the Mercyhurst player was attacking the baseline.
So Mercyhurst will inbound underneath after get things settled there on the court. We were mentioning a big game in the standings for California. Also important because UPJ is leading, as is Seton Hill. They're the two teams ahead of the Vulcans in the standings. So a big game here tonight for California, trailing by 11 with 12:50 left in regulation. Daly swings it around over to Greg Williams. Williams drives inside, shot no good. Rebound, Zoe Murphy over to Tynell Fortune. 1-on-4, and Tynell gets the ball stripped. Gonna have a foul on Hale. That'll be his second. So with 12:38 left, Fortune has a chance to shoot 2.
And Tynell Fortune again looked like he was just going to be running into a metaphorical defensive wall there. There was nobody but green jerseys all around him.
Tynell Fortune hits the first one, and we saw in the opening montage, the little man, junior out of Harlem, New York, that's been one of his specialties: draw the contact, draw the foul, and convert from the foul line. As we have a couple substitutions now for the Lakers, we'll reset that lineup in a moment as the little man sinks them both. His first 2 points of the game. California now cuts the Mercyhurst lead to 9. We see Fortune on defense as the Lakers are able to get it over the timeline. Now it's Daly. Kicks it back out to Onana, now to Hale. Hoying now. Goes inside, back out. Hoying, that's a 3-ball, no good. Rebound is controlled by Hale. Tipped to him by Hoying, and now the Lakers get a fresh shot clock and will reset the offense. Here's Hale. Kicks it out to Daly. Daly now. Onana, Daly. Over to Hale. Hale's going to drive, but now instead he kicks it out to Onana. Onana tried to drive, but couldn't get past the double team. Bilbo with the move on Murphy and Paul. Bilbo now with 9 points. Lakers back up by 11. 11:45 left to play.
And that was fantastic pass work there in the paint. Just crisscrossing every which way. The ball was like lightning strikes going through to their intended recipients. Great pass work there by Mercyhurst.
Here's Cook now. Over to Murphy. Murphy has the ball tapped away, but Williams able to keep the possession. Marks has the ball tipped away, out of bounds by Onana. We have a timeout on the court with 11:24 left. Vulcans will inbound with 14 to shoot. Your score, Mercyhurst 41, California 30. This is Vulcan's men's basketball on CUTV Sports.
We have so much to celebrate in Division II, but we're especially proud of our commitment to make a wish.
Division II student athletes have led a 10-year initiative to raise funds and help grant wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions.
Nearly $3 million have been raised, and hundreds of children's wishes have been granted.
We play hard, we work hard, and we support others in need. Why? It's simple.
Because we care.
You are watching CUTV, California University Television.
And welcome back to the Convocation Center. Head coach Bill Brown talking to his troops as we want to let you know about the Bill Brown Coaches Show. We'll have highlights, player interviews, and more Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays only on CUTV. You can watch it on our live stream at cutv.calu.edu/live. And we had this week's show, we had Chris Williams and Zoe Murphy joining us. They are from opposite ends of the state. Chris Williams, a senior from the West Oak Lane section of Philadelphia. Zoe Murphy from the Hill District of Pittsburgh, as we are back to live action. Here's Onana. 3-ball. Bang! Sean Onana has 9 points, all of them from downtown, and it's a 14-point Lakers lead.
Mercyhurst clearly trying to get the momentum in their favor and run away with this one. California needs some drastic measures made.
3-ball bang by the little man, Tynell Fortune. It's now an 11-point lead. 10:53 left in regulation as Hale gets it back over the timeline. Now Hoying. Kicks it out to Daly. Now swings it back around. Hale's going to reset the offense as the Vulcans trying to get a big defensive stop here. 10:30 left to play. Onana Onana's going to be double teamed, kicks it into Bilbo. Tipped away, stolen by Williams. And it was tipped away by Williams, but Marks will get credit for the steal, but nonetheless a big stop there by California. Here's Fortune. Fortune's going to drive. Shot is no good. Rebound by Daly. Vulcans can't capitalize.
And that's very unfortunate. They were able to do that in the first half very often after their defensive rebounds.
10 minutes left in regulation. Lakers 44, Vulcans 33. Three ball, Onana, no good. Rebound, Fortune. Fortune's going to take it coast to coast, but he kicks it out instead of Cook. Murphy inside the Williams. Williams is going to break through the double team. He's going to draw the foul. That'll be on Bilbo. It's his third. Check that. That'll be on Daly.
Well, when you take a look at the replay, you're going to see both Bilbo and Daly were impeding the progress. So it ended up being Daly with the call, but that sends Chris Williams to the free throw line with
9:43 left in regulation as Williams hits the first. The second year with the program for Williams, transferred in from Community College of Philadelphia, product of Bishop McDevitt High School in Glenside, not to be confused with one in Harrisburg, as Williams has a chance to get the lead back down to single digits, and he splits the foul shots. Rebound by Lytle. Big miss there for the Vulcans as it's a 10-point Lakers lead, as you see on the Lee Supply Company scoreboard. 44-34 as Lytle kicks it out to Wenyon. Wenyon over to Williams. Inside, Lytle's going to drive, but fancy footwork is no good. Lytle will get the rebound. Lakers will reset. Hoying inside to Lytle. Lytle over to Hoying. Shot is no, looked like it was blocked, but nonetheless, Vulcans get possession. Here's Fortune. Drives. Shot is short. Rebound, Wenyon. Wenyon now. Thought about going coast to coast, but instead he slows things down, resets the offense. 9 minutes left. Onana inside the Lytle. Lytle. Ball tipped away by Murphy, but Lytle gets it back. The shot is no good. Rebound, Fortune. California, remember last year, came back from a 15-point deficit against Clarion. Three-ball bang by Armin Marks. And right on cue, Vulcans make it a 7-point game. Gary Manchel calling timeout.
And that is the one spark that California could possibly need. Armin Marks with the big three-point shot to get California back into this game. It really cuts the lead down. It's 44-37 right now, and there's one by Tynell Fortune, yes, and then this one by Armin Marks. Consecutive three-point shots to get California really back into this game.
And they could choose that jump start, as we hear in the background, the Carmichael's High School Band. Also had a lot of members of the sororities and fraternities here on the CalU campus. They're honoring the sorority Greeks here at CalU. It's also the Pink Zone night, and recognizing breast cancer awareness. We saw some of the coaching staff here at Cal wearing pink ties at the Pink Zone women's game earlier tonight, won by the Vulcan women. But a 7-point lead now, Cody. We were right as soon as I mentioned the Clarion game from last year here on this very court, where California rallied from 15 points down with about 10 minutes left. Armin Marks really trying to get some momentum back for the Vulcans.
And Mercyhurst in their last game went on a 14-0 run to defeat Seton Hill at the very end of the game. So California looking to change the tides and completely reverse that, give them a nice run of their own to take the lead back and hang on to it.
And we should point out Mercyhurst now, 16 fouls. The next foul will put California in the bonus as the Lakers will inbound. Onana will control, he draws the double team, but the Lakers able to get over as Wenyon up the court to Lytle. Lytle gets a shot around Alonzo Murphy. That's 5 points for the former Vulcan, and the lead is up to 9 again for the Lakers. 8:22 left to play in regulation. Jakubek over to Marks, now to Williams, kicks it out to Drew Cook. Back out to Jakubek. Here's Marks. Marks drives the baseline with a spin move. The shot is no good. No foul call, but it comes right back into Marks' head, and he lays it in. 7-point Mercyhurst lead, 8 minutes left.
That was a very fortunate bounce for Armin Marks to get that one. I don't even know if he saw it coming. It just fell right into his hands.
And those are the breaks California could certainly use, down by 7 as Lytle kicks it out to Wenyon. 3-ball, Onana, bang. So that's 12 points for Onana, and it's a 10-point Lakers lead. Jakubek gets it over the timeline. Over to Cook. Cook now kicks it over to Jakubek. Williams with the jumper, good. Chris Williams now with 10 points as the Vulcans now cut the Lakers lead to 8, 7:14 left in regulation. Crunch time here at the Convocation Center. Tipped by Williams and it's controlled by Marks. One-on-one with Onana as everybody catches up. So now Cook over to Williams. Now Jakubek, 3-ball, corner pocket, no good. Rebound is controlled by Murphy. Over to Williams. What a break for California, Cody.
That was really lucky. I thought that he was going to go out of bounds. It looked like he was out of bounds from where I'm seeing it on our video monitor here.
And we have a foul on the court. Marks is going to draw the foul. That'll be on Lytle. That's his first. We will have a timeout on the court with 6:44 left. And we have an 8-point lead, and Armin Marks, we come after the timeout. And it's been the Armin Marks show here in the second half.
It really has been. Armin Marks, boy, what a performance in this second half. He's been doing very well attacking the baseline here, as you see on this shot. And he's also been getting it done from downtown with this shot right here from the three-point arc. And Tynell Fortune right before that had a three-point shot. But Armin Marks still getting it done from inside the paint. You didn't see that too often in the first half from either team. There was no shots being made from underneath, barely any.
And we were mentioning earlier a big game in the standings. Also talking about a big game up in Erie at the Hammermill Center. It's tied 44-44 between Gannon and Slippery Rock with about 11 minutes left to let our America One audience know. So that's a big game. You see Slippery Rock and Gannon tied for third. So that'll really that's going to have a big impact on the seedings, and a win here by Mercyhurst will get them tied with IUP, who is off tonight. Seton Hill and UPJ winning their respective games. The Griffins leading Edinburgh by 6. UPJ leading Clarion by 9. So California trying to keep pace with both the Griffins and Mountain Cats, as it's Armin Marks, the junior from Louisville, Kentucky, will go to the line to shoot 2. He's a 77% foul shooter. These are really big foul shots here for California as we are back to live action. Marks hits the first one. And now Marks breaks the double-digit barrier while cutting the lead to 7 with 6:44 left in regulation. Marks will sink them both. 6-point Vulcans lead. And Lakers get it over the timeline as Onana drives. Kicks it out now to Wenyon. Back out to Onana. Onana over to James Ewing. Kicks it back out to Wenyon. Now over to Daly. Daly. 12 to shoot. Onana. He's going to drive, but Jakubek, the California defense, just not letting him get a shot. 5 to shoot. Wenyon draws the offensive foul. So that's a big defensive stop there by the Vulcans as Wenyon draws his first foul. Lakers are now over the limit. I apologize. That's actually on Bynes. But that's Bynes' first, but nonetheless, big foul there for California as Williams reset the offense. 6 minutes left. Murphy being guarded by Ewing. Kicks it out to Jakubek. Jakubek. Cook now. He'll drive. Kicks it out. Jakubek. 3-ball. Bang! The Strother sharpshooter makes it a 3-point game. 5:40 left.
Wide open, Jake Jakubek. There was nobody within a mile around him.
You see Bynes being closely guarded. Now kicks it out. Daly, 3-ball, no good. Tipped out of bounds by Onana. And California gets possession as Ewing not able to save it. A big possession here for the Vulcans. They could potentially tie it with a 3-ball.
And that's all California needs to do is take advantage of miscues. And we're seeing it right now with Mercyhurst having a few bad turnovers.
So Marks kicks it out to Jakubek. 5:15 left to play in regulation. Jakubek over to Drew Cook. Inside to Murphy. Murphy swings around. Jumper is good! Alonzo Murphy with his 6th point of the game. It's a 1-point Mercyhurst lead, under 5 minutes left. Wenyon gets it over the timeline. Cook on him like a glove. Onana. Daly. Resets the offense as California goes man-to-man on defense. Marks tips it away, and it goes out of bounds. California will get possession. Excellent defensive stand there by Armin Marks.
There's another big break there by California. As I said before, taking advantage of miscues is all you need to do. And in the first half, we saw them do that on the sides of the defensive rebounds. Mercyhurst was missing a lot of shots, and they would get the defensive rebounds and score on them. And now we're seeing it with turnovers.
And California now looking for their first lead since the 6:47 mark of the first half. Here's Jakubek, baseline jumper, no good. Murphy with the rebound is no good, but he will draw the foul. And that'll be on Sean Onana, his 2nd.
When you take a look at the replay here, you are going to see, looked like it was James Ewing almost on the initial contact, but then something on the second chance was what the foul was called for.
Murphy misses the foul shot, so he will need to split the foul shots to tie the game. Murphy, a 62% foul shooter. And Williams will split the foul shots. We are tied. 4:23 left in regulation. As it'll be Wenyon being guarded by Cook. Cook, a little contact there, no foul. Cook smothering Wenyon. Now inside to Hoying. Shot is no good. They're going to call Chris Williams for the foul. Contact on the arm is Hoying. Looks like he will probably go to the line, I do believe.
Yeah, there's 4 minutes and 8 seconds left to go in this game. And when you take a look at the replay, right now it's starting to be crunch time for both of these teams. We're tied at 49, and the nails are starting to be chewed off and everything. It's crunch time.
Andy Hoying, the sophomore from Jackson Center, Ohio, hits the first foul shot, so Lakers take a 1-point lead. Hoying sinks them both, so Andy Hoying now with 4 points. Lakers up by 2. 4:05 left in regulation. Jakubek over the timeline. Here is Jakubek. Over to Marks. Marks back to Jakubek. Jakubek, he's going to drive, but instead he can't get past the defense. 3-ball, Marks, no good. Rebound by Hoying.
That was from way out there. People would call that an NBA 3, but unfortunately for the Vulcans, it turns out empty. That could be a costly miss.
Wenyon now over to Hoying. Onana kicks it over to Ewing. Ewing's going to drive the lane, and he's going to draw the foul on Armin Marks with 3:28 left. We're going to have a timeout on the court. Your score, Mercyhurst 51, California 49. This is Vulcan's men's basketball on CUTV Sports.
Watch CUTV online anytime, anywhere. Check out your favorite original programs, coverage of the biggest events on campus, and cheer on your Vulcan sports teams. CUTV. Log on. Tune in now. Visit cutv.calu.edu/live.
With 18 institutions, my conference is the largest league across all NCAA classifications. With nearly 7,000 student athletes competing in 23 championships, my conference sponsors the most championships in Division II. With a 78% academic success rate, my conference graduates student athletes well above the national average. We compete with passion. We take pride in our efforts in the arena and in the classroom. The Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. Passion, pride, Pennsylvania.
Welcome back to the Convocation Center. There you see the big jump there by Chris Williams. The 3 ball by Jake Jackiebeck. And California still trying to get back in the game. You see Zoe Murphy chipping in a jumper of his own. And when we can tell you quite a few close games tonight. And it'll be a Mercyhurst will inbound as this was a non-shooting foul. So now it will be Daly. Oda Wenyon. Wenyon now. Drew Cook has been guarding Wenyon rather aggressively all night long. Wenyon now gets through the screen. The shot is no good and one. Alonzo Murphy will be called for the foul as the contact.
When you take a look at the replay here, you're going to see contact after the shot was thrown by Murphy. Just slapped him down on the shoulder, and that's what drew the foul.
That's a costly foul there for the Vulcans as Wenyon, the senior from Le Chaussee, France, will convert the old school 3, and the Lakers are back up by 5.
It's still a 2-possession game.
They were leading by as many as 14. Jackiebeck gets it over the timeline. Williams over to Drew Cook. Cook marks inside to Murphy. Murphy draws a double team and gets the layup. Alonzo Murphy now with 9 points. It's a 3-point lead for the Vulcans. 2:42 left in regulation as Wenyon being held in check tonight, has only 6 points. Hoying kicks it out to Ewing. Ewing, shot is good. And James Ewing with a big basket for the Lakers. Take a 5-point lead. California been struggling to stop teams along the baseline throughout the season. It could come back to bite them as Jackiebeck tries to drive. Baseline jumper is no good, but he will draw the foul. California now in the double bonus.
And that is the 10th team foul committed by Mercyhurst, as you said, Creighton. And on the replay here, you're going to see the contact, it looked like by Onana.
It was.
And it is going to be his 3rd personal foul. So he's in a little bit of foul trouble, but there's still only 2 minutes and 9 seconds left to go in the game. And Jackiebeck going to the free throw line, 72.2% success rate.
And the first shot is good. Jackiebeck, the reigning PSAC West Freshman of the Year. Ewing will take a seat as Paul Bilbo re-enters the game. Bilbo with 9 points. Jackiebeck now has 8 points as he tries to trim the lead, and he does. Back to a 3-point game for California. As Onana pushes, doesn't get the foul, but the Lakers lose control of the ball. Wenyon, Cook going for it, and Cook is out of bounds, it looks like. So Mercyhurst will retain possession. They will have 25 to shoot. 1:59 left in regulation.
It looked like California was going very aggressively towards the ball. You usually see the trailing team at this point of the game that they would start fouling on purpose, but they're going for the ball. They're not going for the player.
Wenyon now kicks it out to Daly. 1:50 left. 3-point game. Onana drives the lane. Jumper is good. A big jumper there by Sean Onana. 14 points on the game as Jackiebeck kicks it over to Drew Cook. Jackiebeck now, he's going to drive, kicks it out to Marks. Now over to Chris Williams. Williams thought about driving, but instead he'll kick it out to Jackiebeck. 1:25 left. Williams over to Jackiebeck. Jackiebeck. Cook. Cook's going to drive. Kicks it out to Murphy. Murphy, 10 to shoot. Murphy off bounces, called for traveling. That could be a costly turnover for the Vulcans.
That is going to be big, especially with 1 minute and 16 seconds left to go in this game. Mercyhurst now has the chance to take advantage of a California miscue. California's been taking advantage of Mercyhurst all second half long, and now here comes Mercyhurst.
Especially big as Seton Hill defeats Edinburgh 73-61. So now the Vulcans need a miracle with 1 minute left in regulation. Lakers leading 58-53. Murphy's going to get called. Actually, no, they're going to have a timeout by the Lakers, so they will have 2 timeouts left with 56.4 seconds left to play.
And coming out of the timeout, they'll have 15 seconds to work with on the shot clock. And this is a big possession for Mercyhurst because it's a California miscue that they have the chance to take advantage of.
Well, you notice we see Jean Onana really turning into the player of the game for the Vulcans. He's been hitting it from beyond the arc all night. You see that the 3 ball from the first half. 12 of his 14 points have been from beyond the arc. And as you'll see, also see another. Now we have some of the second half highlights from Onana, the 3 ball. As we are about to go back to live action, Daly will inbound to Wenyon. 54 seconds left. Bilbo over to Hoying now. Hoying, Onana drives, 5 to shoot, kicks out to Hoying. 3 ball, Wenyon, no good. Rebound is controlled by Jackiebeck. Williams, layup, and nobody draws the foul.
It was almost another and one for the Vulcans, and that would have been big because it would have been a 3-point deficit with Williams having the chance to complete a 3rd point with a foul shot. But it's very fortunate at least he drew the foul there, and California's already in the double bonus. So
and the foul is on Wenyon. That's his first of the game. California is 12 for 16 from the foul line, so these are very big foul shots as Williams hits his first. That is 11 points now. As Ian Hale re-enters the game, Paul Bilbo would take a seat. So Williams now will have a chance to make it a 1-possession game for California. And Williams splits the foul shots. Rebound is going to go out of bounds. And Mercyhurst will inbound and once again, Cody, foul shooting hurting the Vulcans as we have a timeout. And I believe that'll be called by California.
Well, head coach Bill Brown, if this is a timeout he took, it's a very wise one because you're still down by 2 possessions with 35 seconds left to go in the entire game. And right now, you got to get 2 quick scores, and you got to get them quick. And speaking of quickly coming up, upcoming broadcasts for CUTV on February 8th, we're going to Edinburgh on a big game. Edinburgh at the top of the standings. Then we're going to be
the women, yes,
facing
not the men.
Facing IUP at home. And then that's my mistake, getting the standings a little mixed up in my head.
Well, you were thinking of the women's game. The Edinburgh women are atop of the PSAC West. The Edinburgh men, not so much. But anyway, IUP next Wednesday here at the Convocation Center. Calling for a whiteout here. Next Saturday, the 15th, will be at Clarion, Tippin Gymnasium. And then our final regular season home game against UPJ 2 weeks from tonight.
The shot clock is full right now. There's literally 0.3 of a second difference.
Onana, Wenyon going for the monster slam, and that will be the nail in the Vulcans' coffin. Marks over to Fortune. 21 seconds left. Jackiebeck kicks it out to Fortune. Fortune thought about a 3, but instead he'll drive and get the layup. 14.8 seconds left. California with a timeout, and Cody, that dunk might have sealed California's fate.
Yeah, there's 14.8 seconds left, and the problem is with Tynell Fortune attacking the lane, it was a very wise decision because he had no open jump shot anywhere from beyond the 3-point arc. But the problem is you still got a 2-possession game, and here's that dunk by Paul Bilbo, and then Fortune to answer back with the nice layup there. But still, California has their work cut out. In 15 seconds, they got to score twice. It's one heck of a task for the Vulcans, definitely.
And this is on the verge of being a doubly missed opportunity for the Vulcans, as UPJ has defeated Clarion 78-67. So Seton Hill now at 5-6, Pitt Johnstown at 5-6, and barring a miracle, California will be at 4-7. They'll be one game out of a playoff spot. So now we are back to live action as Daly runs the baseline. We have a foul by Drew Cook. It'll be a 1-1 situation as Hoying will go to the line as a 76% foul shooter, and this could be in the nail of the coffin for the Vulcans.
This is the only chance that California really has, giving Mercyhurst control with 15 seconds left. I mean, they're just going to run the clock out. So they have no choice right now but to foul and hope that that Hoying misses these shots.
So Hoying hits the first one. He'll get another.
And if he makes the second shot, it becomes a 3-possession game.
Well, it'll be a 6-point lead. He misses and splits the foul shots. And the ball is, Chris Williams steps out of bounds, turnover California, and that will pretty much wrap it up. So a lost opportunity for California. There is 10.6 seconds left, but it's all but academic at this point as Cook commits the foul on Hoying.
And that is going to send Hoying to the foul line once again. 9.5 seconds left. They're just chipping away at the clock all that they can.
California shooting 9 for 21 in the second half as Andy Hoying will go to the line for a 1-1. California does have 2 timeouts remaining, as does Mercyhurst, as the first one by Hoying is good. Now it is a 6-point lead as the fans start to filter out of the Convocation Center. Hoying will sink them both. Mercyhurst calls a timeout with 9.5 seconds left. Rather curious, but I would say, Cody, your star of the game, we saw his highlights a few moments ago, was Sean Onana. He's got the California defense saying, say my name.
Yeah, Onana has really been the big threat for California's defense right now. In our open, we were talking about how big of a threat Winyan could have possibly been, but the defense only held him to 8 points in this entire game, and he's averaging 10.2, so he's averaging a little bit more than that. But Onana coming in, averaging only 9.1, gets 14 in this game.
And it's also been a balanced scoring attack. Paul Bilbo with 9, Callan Daly with 8, along with Wenyan. Hoying off the bench with 7. Greg Williams and James Ewing each with 6, as there's a 3 ball is no good. Rebound by Wenyan, and that will do it. Your final, Mercyhurst 63, California 56. You see on the Lee Supply Company scoreboard a missed opportunity for the Vulcans as they now fall one game out of a playoff spot. For Cody, Jeanette, and our entire CUTV crew, I'm Creighton Rabs. Thank you for watching California Vulcans men's basketball on CUTV. We'll see you next Saturday from Edinburgh.